Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Faith in Despair. Yesterday I made a new song, you can hear it right now, and today we are going to hunt a few bugs. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe I will not hunt all of them, but I will hunt some of them. My motivation today is not very high. But maybe I will just start small and then we will see. Yeah. I also have to add all of the new sounds that Count has provided for me. So maybe that's also something that we can do. And I'm also drinking some ginger tea because that's I really like it. Okay, where do we start? I think I'm just gonna start with the Russian translation issues, because it seems like there is something going on there. First off is I think the names of the enemies, I think, something like that. Collection. Yeah. Oh. I think the song turned out really well. Okay, so why does this not work? All of these have names. That's interesting. Does it work in Chinese? Or in Japanese? It also doesn't work here. Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Amdusias. It has a name in Russian, so this should already work. Name in Amdusias. Alright, let's take a look. Let's figure out why these don't work. This is a collection. And show top enemies boss. Yeah. Set text to boss name. Mosta, welcome back. How's it going?
First heat.
First indeed. Still need to work on the text here. Okay, set text. I'm doing okay, thank you very much for asking. Still a little bit sick, but it's getting better. And I have a big list to work through. Gotta lurk because of work, but thank you for lurking. Thanks for lurking while working. Thank you very much. I wish you a nice day at work. Thank you. Hello, Renderpunk. We are gonna get a lot of things done today, hopefully. But first of all, we need to localize these names. I made a new song yesterday. I'm gonna play it for you. And I'm gonna talk all over it so you cannot hear it. It was so funny because I watched a random video and then it was the daily dose of internet. And there was a scene where a tire exploded and the explosion of the tire triggered something in me. It was such a nice sound that I had to record it, and then I added it into my DAW, and then I made a percussion track out of it, and then everything else just flowed into existence. It was really beautiful. And this is basically the song that happened from that. It's 4 minutes and 28 seconds long, and it is now the second track for chapter 2. I really like when things like this happen. And the singing is actually from Stockholm. Oh no, ads. Oh no. Okay, we have... Oh, what the fuck? When inspiration hits you, it hits you hard. That is true. That is very, very true. What the hell just happened here? Okay. So these are the boss names, right? Yeah. Sehr gut. Boss names work now. Let's fix it for the enemies as well. Decks, chronicles, statistics, runs, curses, Lacrima, blessings, bosses. Where are the enemies? Ah, demons. Enemy name. Cool. So now this is fixed as well. And then we have to figure out why it doesn't work on the cards. How is your day going, Random Punk? When it says show special enemy card, maybe there's a special generate special enemy card for enemy name. I mean, this is not applied correctly. It's going quite well. Work has been plentiful and interesting today. Oh, that is really good. I like it when work is interesting. So apparently these names don't work yet. We need to fix that. Get name with rarity. It is the translated name. Aha. If it's... Fuck. if it is a boss, we can try is boss. Can try name and translation name. Let's see. But yeah, today we have to fix a lot of things. Preferably all of these. What if we cannot get through them? Then that's fine. It's all fine dandy. Oh, that's it. That was it. Okay, now we need to fix it for enemies as well. How am I gonna do that? Was that the lyric from Tasker Sheep? What did I say? What did I say? Is special enemy or is what did I say? Everything is fine and dandy? Oh, no, that's I think that's just a general thing. Oh, it's below that. Wait. Let's do it first. Alright. Now it should work. I also updated the logo yesterday. I think it's much cleaner now. You can probably not see the difference, but it did actually improve the logo. Okay. Names are now properly translated. That's really cool. What was the second one? One second. Some stuff seems to be untranslated, yeah. Oh, total kills? Oh. Alright, let's see. Let's put you over here. Let's put you back here. Let's go to... Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So if I go to total kills, yeah, it actually still says total kills. Okay. Is this kills display? Alright. Oh, yeah, that is definitely not translated yet. Do we have an entry for this? Total kills. Oh no. Kills. I can just say kills. Just say kills, I guess. It's fine. Two string? Why does it not say? And just say kills. Total kill. No, it does not say. Alright. So far so good. I also kind of want to add all of the new sounds. Because Kaon actually sent me a bunch of new sounds to implement. And I'm actually looking forward to them. So, kills. Alright. Oh, it needs a semicolon. We have officially reached 2,500 wishlists. This is the biggest amount of wishlists I've ever had before launch. I think it might just be the biggest I've ever had. Actually not sure. Maybe Halfquick has more, even though Halfquick is free. But I think that's the biggest one, yeah. So that's really, really cool. Thanks, Gino. And also hi. How is it going? I think the next song will be with your samples, by the way. Gino. Yeah, we will see. It's on my list. Because I need to do one more song. And yeah. What did I want to check? Oh god. I forgot. Oh yeah. Inventory. Kills. Yeah. I think that's better. You have a day off today? Nice. You know, I always say that the best part about working is not working. Okay, so the other one was in the log file. Demon takes 5 damage. Okay, there is something going on there. But I'm gonna check it in the thingy first. Log. Because I added a new log system. This one. Hit demon for 6 physical damage. So I guess it's this one? Yeah. Wise man. Okay. Now the question is this because it's only, okay, physical damage and magic damage. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. Let's enter a fight. Bam bam bam. Roundhouse kick. It works. So, does it not work in Russian, maybe? It works. What? Oh, what the hell? Action material does not work. Huh? Does it work in German? Yes. What? Why is there an action material here? That does not make any sense. Nixinali! Report back to the principal. I think you made a mistake. Action material is not supposed to be here. Trigger text? What? That's not supposed to be here. Ah. Wait, what? I'm confused. So this is fine now, right? It doesn't say physical damage. It says material. It needs to say physical damage. It was something related to a sentence structure? No. In this case, it was a. It was a variable that is not supposed to be here. There was what was it called? Action material, but there's no action material here. And also physical damage instead of. So I'm really confused now, because here it says origin card and physical damage in remaining phase, and here it says origin, action material value. I think I will just delete all of this, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe I will. Because I have a backup. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I think I will just let Nick know that these were not correct. For some reason, maybe there was a bit of a misunderstanding or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna hit. Yeah. No, it's not working at all. Very sad. Let's do a comparison. So this was what was standing here, and this is a new one. Card name, origin card name. This is none of these are correct. Remaining HP is correct, but there is a card name and no origin card name. It says, so this one seems correct, but this is not correct. This, like here, there is no variable here at all. That's really strange. Oh my god. It was in the wrong, it was two rows above of it. Okay, maybe I did maybe I made a mistake. Let's see. Russian. Let's copy everything. Yeah, because here it is correct. Okay, maybe I made a mistake. It's actually so bad. If that is in the game right now, wow. Okay, it seems fine here. I don't know what happened. Let's go back to the log file entries. Yeah, there's an error here. Huh. Because this is one too high up. Locked slot. It is correct here. Cannot be changed. Did I forget to copy this? Oh no. No, it's still here. There it is. I'm confused. So where does it make a difference? When does the difference start? Let's check keyword description cooldown. Even higher, I think. Yeah. Is this correct? Let's put it next to each other. That one is correct. Okay, cool. Yep. Cannot be sold. Cannot be sold. Seems correct. Lacrima target ally spell. Let's go here. Target all. Oh, here it seems to be different. This is highest activation turn actually. So this is all allies. Target all enemies. I think these are already wrong. Because this should be here, I guess. Cannot be changed. I think it starts here. What the hell? Only 2 plays per turn. Only 2 plays per turn. So this should be down here, right? This should be down here. Oh my god. Starts on 1191. Not enough space. Not enough gold. And your hand is full. Dude, that is not good. That is not good. Not enough gold is not here. And your hand is full is not here. Oh my god. So we have not enough space. That is still here. Max leverage is here. But we don't have not enough gold and your hand is full. They are missing here. Not enough gold. Yeah, this is missing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. That is crazy. Okay. So, but cannot be changes. Okay, let's copy it again. Wow. Now I can only hope that this is not the same for all of the... Okay, hang on 1 second. What did I do? Not enough gold. Okay, this is empty now. And the first one with origin card name is here. Alright. Now it seems to work. Not enough gold is this. Okay. And what is your hand is full? That is crazy. I hope I did not make the same mistake on every... show the English text of it. Yeah, the English text is your hand is full. Okay. Thank you. Whew. Now we need to check if the other language have the same error because that would be even worse. I mean, this is already pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Oh my god. I feel like this is so bad that it warrants a hotfix. Okay, let's go to the bottom again. Yeah, now it seems okay. Let's see. Origin card game. Card name, yeah, okay, this is okay. All of the other languages seem fine. Phew. That is crazy. Thanks for the help. That's a weird sentence, actually. I mean, it is weird in English too. Like your hand is full, so maybe that's why. Yeah. I mean, it is a weird sentence in general. Maybe that's why it sounds weird in Russian too. But I don't know if there is a different way of saying it. Wow. Have a big think, okay. Alright. Alright, let's see. How many are affected by this? How many? Okay, we are 1,200. And it ends, okay. It ends at 70. So 70 entries, including the credits, are affected by this. I feel like that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. This... Okay, we do not have to make a hotfix. That's fine. That's the better translation. To my Ruski ears, okay. Well, I trust your Ruski ears. And is full. Maximum cards in hands. Sounds good. Oh my god, there are 2 entries for this. Why are the 2 entries? Philip, what did you do? Your hand is full and also my hand is full. Oh my god. No. Your hand is full and my hand is full. Well, both our hands are full, I guess. What the hell? That's actually crazy. All of our hands are full. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't even know where this gets displayed. I don't want to know. It's fine. Stop it. Hand is full. Okay, this is already correct. So I guess the other sentence was already like you said. Okay, I will not it is what it is. I will not investigate. I will not investigate further. No further questions, Your Honor. Alright. Let's see if it works in the game. That is all that matters. You know what? It is actually the fact that the demon names are not translated in the game right now in the demo is actually a blessing, because otherwise, like with the 2 sentences down, 2 lines down, they all would have the wrong name. So this is actually a blessing in disguise. Yeah, again, we don't need to have a hotfix. Because this one bug prevented the other bug. Okay, yeah, it works beautifully now. You see that? It is beautiful. Beautiful. Does it work for spells too? Yes. Oh my god. Beautiful. Alright. So I think all 3 of these are now fixed. Alright. That was a wild one. That definitely woke me up. I'm awake now. Or maybe I will crash again, I don't know. Let's look at this. I kind of want to see what this does. So apparently when I have this combination, healed and on enemy attack, there is a long waiting time. And I want to know why. I want to know why. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a situation like this. Boy, am I glad this is fixed. But game development is truly a roller coaster of emotion. Yeah. I mean, it started with the wrong translation. Then I accused Nick Sanali of making a mistake. Then I figured out it was my mistake. And then I saw that I have the same translation twice. Like, what the hell? And I don't even know why. Oh my god. Yeah. We're gonna recreate this situation here. Let's put it on the other screen. Give me that. Give me that. I can imagine his face when he watches the VOD. I guess he will not. But yeah, that would be funny. I have healed, enemy attack, void, poison 10 and heal 18. Do I want to do this here or just want to do it inside of the... I will just do it in JSON. Let's go to the test. To the test, save data. We have ally cards. Deck cards. What? Healed poison. On heal. Inflict poison. Very nice. So we have on healed and we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Wonderful JSON with some errors. That's fine. Wow, that was a too much. On enemy attack. Then we have void. Void 10. I guess the value doesn't matter. Let's put the 1. Then we have inflict poison already here, and then we have heal. Heal 2. Inflict poison also 1. Just 1. It's fine. So this should cause... Upgrade level is 3, yeah. Wonderful. Look at it. Is it the same? Healed, enemy attack, void, poison, heal. Okay. Hello, Arithmeticus, veteran game developer. You missed a very interesting episode of game development. You missed a very special episode. You have to watch the VOD. Of what a real veteran game developer goes through. That is, yeah, I would say something like this. Okay, so if this happens, there should be a long pause afterwards. We will see. There is no long pause afterwards. It is actually fine. Let's try again. There's not really a pause afterwards. Is it because I'm on... Okay, let's try 70%. Let's try it again. Ah, there it is. This is a long pause. Sweetie. I know are you in the wrong account? I don't know. But you actually missed something that since you are... Luz is actually Nick Sinali, so you actually missed something that... I thought you made a mistake in the Russian translation, Nick. But it was my mistake. There was a... I'm gonna show you what happened. For some reason... Dogs. For some reason... It was a 2000 something, no, 1000 and... Here it is, okay. For some reason... I know the reason now, but... all of these were 2 lines above, like we at first it was like, okay, are these mistranslated or what happened? But no, all of these were like here. Like 2 lines above of it, where they should have been. So I'm like, huh, what, why? And then I realized that your hand is full and not enough gold were not in the Russian translation sheet. These 2 were actually missing. So every time I copy it over, all of these were wrong because, you know, it was the wrong line. And this is why in the demo currently, this is not working. And also the names are not working, but there is the funny thing about that is that they are not translated anyway, so the translation is not there, so it's just English. So, blessing in disguise. But this was really funny. I added these and RenderPunk helped me translate them. So now it should be fine, but I'm not gonna do a hotfix. It messed up everything from here, so like the last 90 lines or whatever. How was the game festival? How many people played it? I can tell you that, so first of all, the game festival was really cool. I'm gonna show you a few photos really quickly because everybody else already saw it. This was the venue. This was the venue inside. And this was a crosser, so Nintendo was right next to us, which was really cool because on Sunday we actually borrowed their vacuum cleaner, the official Nintendo vacuum cleaner. This was my table. Thankfully somebody told me to bring a tablecloth, so, you know, afterwards it looked like this. I had some nice skeleton hands, a lot of lacrima, you know, these are the lacrima for your cards. LED candles and the Steam Deck, of course, and a mouse pad and headphones and whatever. Once again, Nintendo is right across. This is the roll-up that I bought. This is the venue. Just I think we were here somewhere. Once again, the venue is beautiful. And this was the first day, yeah. LED candles bright and dandy. You see this the card stacks here. The Nintendo vacuum cleaner, yeah. Was the roll-up expensive? No, it's actually it was like 100 euros. So for this, it was actually really cool. But you notice these stack of cards. These were 200 in total, and on Sunday I think only 50 or so were left. So I gave out like 150 cards, and I also gave everybody who beat the first boss a Ferrero Rocher. So this is what I gave them, because it is you know, it looks like a trigger lacrima. It looks kind of like a yellow trigger lacrima, so I thought this would be really funny. And I gave out, let's see, I had one package with 50 and two with 30 each, so I think I gave out 110 of these. So you can kind of imagine how many people played it. Not sometimes I gave out 2, because when 2 people or more played it at the same time, I was like, yeah, you won, you beat the boss, but you're friends, so I'm giving you all of these. Your friend gave you some food, basically. So yeah, a lot of people played. I would say 100 people played it, or maybe 150. I don't know. Yeah. I was next to Slope Crashers, which this guy is really, really cool. And also Nine Forge and Webbing Journey. Webbing Journey is actually published by Future Friends, so really, really cool. And at one point, this camera crew suddenly appeared at my booth, at my table, and they just recorded B-roll, I don't know, for like 1 minute. He just actually sat down, played it, and I don't know where this appears, I don't know. Also Kirby was there. And this guy was really cool because he had a lot of fun playing it, so I made a photo. I don't know who this is. Oh, this was on Sunday. You can clearly see that I'm tired. This was on Sunday morning. I'm like, oh my god. I had to be at the table the whole day from 9 AM to 7 PM. So 10 hours on Friday, 9 hours on Saturday, and another 9 hours on Sunday. I could not leave. I left only once during each day. And I'm gonna show you here. This is the famous Nintendo vacuum cleaner, the yellow one. It looks like a minion from Despicable Me. And I was to the left of here. You're going to see it soon. Yeah, I'm walking here, and this is right here. This is my table. Going right, and as you can see it, here it is. Yeah. Can't get enough of how cool the value is. Yeah. I also had a scythe. You can barely see it, but the scythe here is really, really cool. It was really, really, you know, there was not a lot of space to get through. But you can see here a lot of people played it. Yeah. And most of them, oh yeah, Malenia was also here. You know? Me being an Elden Ring fan, and then finally she was here and saw the game as well. That was a huge deal for me. That she checked it out. And I also saw a bug. Yeah, this circle is not supposed to be here, and it was a really funny thing to see live. On the first day, people actually stumbled upon a soft lock twice, and I got really scared. I got really scared for 1 second. For a minute. But I think that's it. Yeah. I might have having a job start next week, by the way, so I'm gonna try to wrap things up ASAP with localization if there's anything extra to add. Okay, yeah, cool. No, I think part of that, apart from the lion thingy that I just said, I think it looks fine. What is your job? Puts a big stick in my stream schedule though. Tomorrow might be my last stream for a while. Oh no. Hey, am I actually telling the fast story of Wade and Miss Bear not being childproof? Oh yeah. How did the soft lock? Well, if you end the fight and then you keep clicking on the blessings, then you're getting a soft lock. I already fixed this in this version. I already fixed it on the Steam version as well, right before the next fest. But this happened like twice on the first day, in the first hour of the event. I was like, okay, is this going to be the rest of the weekend? is this going to be my reality? And but I managed to fix it on the fly by just turning up the game speed, because game speed was set to 50% and I set it to 70%. So people had less time after a fight to click on the blessings and soft lock the game. So this is actually what I did to fix it for the event. But yeah, that was really stressful. And as Luz just pointed out, at some point, I think it was just the same bug, to be honest, but at some point just some kids randomly sat down and they clicked everything and pushed everything, and it also soft locked, but I don't know why. I think it's the same reason. What do you have planned for the weekend? Any adventures? No, not really. Today I'm in a theater. Tomorrow we are also in a theater. We're watching a play. And on Sunday I'm going to have singing lessons again. So this is these are my adventures for the weekend. And I hope my voice is fully recovered until Sunday, otherwise I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What are your plans for the weekend, Gino? Did you get any useful feedback? Yes, I feel like it's somewhat difficult in person because people are going to be polite and say general things like, oh, it's a cool game. Yes, there is definitely a fallacy of that, but I made a lot of notes. These are the notes that I made. Wait a minute. So I just did not wait for them to tell me. I just saw what I saw and what I needed to improve. And there was like one guy. I mean, there were actually a lot of people who were really honest with the feedback. They just said, "Hey, this is missing," or "This is something that you could add." But there was one guy at the end of Sunday, and he was a really hardcore guy. He was like a hardcore gamer, and he was asking questions, like really deep questions. That was really cool. But yeah, my job will be. He was ripping into it in I wouldn't say in a negative way, but he was really enjoying it. He also made it almost to the final boss, and he brought along a lot of friends to play as well. So he at one point he played it himself, and then he stood up. He was gone for a few minutes, then he came back with his friends, and then his friends played as well. That was really cool. He wasn't really ripping into it, he was just asking questions to clarify and stuff like that, and that gave me the feedback that I still need to, improve the descriptions on some points. My job will be retail, gonna work cashier at the start. Tend to the store for majority of time. Oh, cool. Nice. Not easy to plan streams around that. Yeah, that's difficult. That sounds like a lot super cool. I meet up with friends and we are making music later today and tomorrow. Oh, a music collab. I like that. I like it. But no, the event was really cool. Some people also, some other game devs also talked to me, and they were also very honest. But I mean, if a person plays the game until the first boss, I feel like that is not something that people do if they don't like it, because a lot of people actually just stood up after pressing start. They were like, oh, there was one moment, it's so funny. A mother and her child sat down at my table, and they press start, and then you see death, And the mother was like, "Oh," and she was covering the kid's eyes, and she stood up with the kid and moved away. I'm like, it's just a skeleton. Also, what did you expect? I mean, the table was already had 2 skeleton arms. What did you expect? And I mean, do you notice the cover of the game? I mean, if you sit down in front of a booth like this, what do you expect? Like, what do you expect? There is a hole in the angel's body. And there are skeleton hands. You know, seeing a skeleton head is the least of your problems right there, I think. But that was really funny. I was like, okay. It is a kid-approved event, yeah. I mean, we were right across Nintendo, and there wasn't really any age rating things that you know, that needed to be displayed. But you know, at first I was letting everybody play it, but the longer the event went on, I was like, okay, I will not let kids play it anymore. Whenever a kid sat down, I was like, this is not for you, I think. You... Because one kid actually sat down and he was like playing, and then he looked up to me and he said, "Do you have Fortnite?" I'm like, I don't have Fortnite. Get the fuck get the fuck away from my table. I don't have Fortnite. So the longer the event went on, I was like asking them, "Hey, do you like card games?" And if they don't like card games, there was a group of girls. I think it was just 4 girls or whatever. They sat down and I asked them, "Do you like card games?" And they were like, "No, not really." And I said, "Okay, then this game is not for you." And they were like, they were like this. And I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, this game is not for you. Please leave." I did not say please leave, but why would you even ask that? Ask what? Someone was in Fortnite, let's make it happen. Yes. About Fortnite, it was a kid. I mean, kids are kids. Kids are at the event to play games, I guess, and they don't realize that you cannot just put any other games on there. There was one kid who actually took my Steam Deck, went into the menu and tried to install a different game from the store. Thankfully, I did not have internet connection. Like, I actually did not add it to the wireless LAN, or else I probably would have had Fortnite on Steam Deck. But yeah, those were the funny moments. Those were the funny moments. Okay, let's see if I can fix that. We're gonna have the first ad break soon. So I'm gonna take a small break. Maybe fill up my water. I think one of the best moments was when a guy sat down and he played it for like, I don't know, 1 minute. The first time he got into the inventory, he He stared at it, and then he was loudly saying, "Oh!" And I'm like, "What?" And he said, "I just totally understood what the game is doing, and I will buy it." That's it. He stood up and he said, "I will buy it." I think that was one of my favorite moments. Alright, Liz, thanks for stopping by. And congratulations on getting a job. I will be right back. Will he buy it though? Yes. Will he buy it though? You have to be realistic, Malashib. He's not gonna buy it. He was just nice to you. Fuck you. Can I not just enjoy one moment where I saw a person realize that the game is okay? Do you think I'm naive enough that everybody who played it at the end will buy it? No. Probably not one of them. Maybe just one of them. But let me have my moment. Fucking negative Nancy's all the time. No, I don't know. Arithmeticus sometimes has this negative streak where he questions everything and drags everybody around him down. And it just, at some point I'm like, it's just, It grinds my gears. Okay, click on enter. Oh yeah, this is actually... We might actually take a look at this. Because it's actually important. Okay, quick. Let's see. Namaste. Namaste. Let's take a look at the inventory. So if you're here, we should be able to click outside. That was a huge deal at the event, and also people get confused because they cannot click anything else anymore. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix that. Let's see. One way to fix this is that I do a raycast. I can do a raycast and see if when I click and it's clicking outside of the menu. I've made course, I will not upgrade to Windows 11. I assume you just did not hear my rant because you were still in ads. Go back 30 seconds. Go back for a minute. I actually upgraded my Windows, my PC in the other room to 11. That's fine. It was fine. But how would I go back? You can go back. Just go to videos and go back. The equipment stream is there as a video with a question mark. I will probably not upgrade this laptop because I feel like it will hurt my installation of Samplitude. I don't know. I feel like it will screw something up that I cannot then, I don't know, work with, or maybe it will stop me from streaming or whatever. It will screw something up. Because I remember when I got this laptop the first time, I did have to do some manual installations and stuff and screw around with drivers. So I'm not sure I'm gonna upgrade this to 11. But anyway. I don't even know what's gonna happen with Windows 10. I mean, if I'm still on Windows 10, like, what will happen? Will it explode? This operating system will explode after 5 seconds. How will we fix this? Okay, forget about it. It's fine. Microsoft promised Windows 10 to be the last Windows anyway. I remember that. Everybody remembers that, yeah. that was, yeah. So what can we do here? Ah. Windows 11 caused some weird issues in GTA San Andreas. One of the planes simply disappeared for no reason. I don't know why that is so funny. Yeah, we stopped supporting GTA Andreas planes. Oh my god. We love to hate on Windows 11. Dude, when the fact alone that I upgraded to Windows 11 on my other machine, and then everything takes 2 clicks, like everything in the lower left corner. If you want to change the volume, you need to click once and then click twice to get into the settings. Like what? Who? Is there a setting where I can break this up again? Probably not. Probably not. Oh my god. The seaplane was completely missing. How does this even happen? How does this happen? I guess the video explains it. It is a very long video. I'm gonna watch it later. Oh my god. Like how can you fuck this up? With an operating system upgrade. Wow. I'm gonna watch this. That seems fun. It was unspecified variable, so it was mostly Rockstar's fault. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's Windows 11 is weird. Also, it seems like every time I upgrade to Windows 11, this was the second time. The first time I upgraded was the work laptop that I got from the company I work for. I upgraded to Windows 11 and I swear the fans are louder now. And I feel like it's the same for my computer as well in the other room. I feel like it needs like it speeds up the fans more because I don't know, some more background tasks or whatever. I'm trying to think about a player movement. CS. Check clip on background. There it is. Oh. Oh. We have something like that already. Okay. Cool. So we're going to say debug log, hit collider, game object, name. And then let's see what happens. Maybe we can fix it. We can probably allow left click this way. Yeah. But I also don't wanna switch to Linux. I tried Linux for like a year. I don't know. Plain, 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 plain. Card slot button. Okay. Oh. That is interesting. So if it's a card slot button, I could probably just close it. Hmm. Linux is death by 1,000 things that are a little bit different. Yeah. I mean, what really... The reason why I stopped using it after like a year of trying it is like... Even just doing a regular update, I swear it was like every time it broke something. And just something completely arbitrary. Like, oh, your MP3s aren't working anymore. Or your mouse isn't working anymore. It's just completely stupid things that happened every time I upgraded to the next Linux version. To be fair, I was using OpenSUSE, so maybe it was OpenSUSE's fault. But then you had to go into deep settings or recompile something yourself, and I'm like, okay, I just want to work. I just want to work. And so far, like in Windows, I can't just work, you know? Maybe a small thing here or there, but it's doing me good. So, does this work? Hello, Zons. I'm doing great, thank you for asking. How are you? I'm really hoping I won't have to work on the computer in the future. That is that is a good point. Like, sometimes I sit here and I'm like, do I really want to do this for another 20 years? Sit in front of a computer? So that is a good point. Linux has been messing my audio settings after updates. Didn't happen to me. It works on my machine. I'm working on a turn-based RPG using cards. Cool. Do you want to show a link? Share a link. We will work in a mine and AIs on cubes will rule over us. Yeah, that's probably true. So let's enjoy our time at the computer, because soon the AI overlords will prevent us from doing that. If hit collider game object parent transform parent. Actually, I just want to see. No. Yes. Name. I don't have it on Steam yet, but I like your background, sounds of games. Cool, yeah. Do you have it on itch or whatever, or anything else you can share? Otherwise, I fingers crossed for your RPG. How long have you been working on it? At least I wouldn't have to worry about my audio drivers. Right, on Linux you're like, oh, what audio driver can I install today? Do I need to recompile it? I'm just joking. We're not gonna do that today. Right now. I just want to see the name. But yeah, today I'm just going through a bunch of feedback and I'm trying to fix all of these bugs. It's a huge list. But yeah. Only a few months, nothing out yet. I wanted to see how other devs are approaching card games. Okay, I mean, do you have any specific question or do you want to see how it's set up in general? I can tell you how it is set up in general if that helps you. Okay, let's see. Plain. Card slot. What about this one? Okay, 1 second. So if this is the card slot and it is okay. So the way I set it up is, I mean, I can I have one card. This is the card prefab. It's a 3D card. And it is important to let it be in 3D because I want to have the perspective. It actually started out as a 2D game, but at some point I turned it into a 3D game because I want to have the ability to, you know, see everything in 3D. So when I want to move up the camera or whatever, or just the fact that the rotation of the cards feels a lot better in 3D space is the reason I did it this way. And the way the cards are set up is I have 2 canvases. So I have the card front, which is a canvas, and the card back is also a canvas. So, and each canvas has, for example, the background here is an image. This is actually just a UI image. And I have a shader that says front only UI, which basically makes it so that the sprite is only seen from this side and not from this side. Otherwise you would see it on both sides and you don't want it on a card. Yeah. So this is the trick to get a card to work like this. And to make the cards actually throw a shadow, I also had to add a card mesh like this. So this is, does it preview here? Probably not. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is the model of the card that is actually just there to throw the shadow onto the table. Because the sprites themselves, they don't actually throw a shadow. But yeah, I guess that's it for the most part. And then everything is a card. even the map tiles. How does the intro hex animation work? That is actually just by code. So everything, all of these tiles are also just a card. And in my card script, I have a function that says set target local position. And all it does is it says the target local position, and then it says start movement. And I think it's in update. Move to position. It's actually fixed update. And if it is moving, then it uses just this east function to move it to move everything to the target position. So this happens here, like when I click on this, every card is moved to this position and also turned around. And for the map tiles, all of these are just cards, just with different sprites. So the intro animation is just I set the target position to all of these values here, so that the grid is formed. But it is a bit of a, there's a bit of a delay, basically. That is what's happening. Yeah. But the cool thing is that the fact that these are cards, I can then also turn them around like this. So if you will see it here, when I click this, you will see the map again, and then these turn around again. And this is because everything is the same. Can I ask how long did it spend working on the card mechanic rules? The first thing that I did was the battle system. So I had the lanes and I had the cards, and then I just added the way, like added the basic auto battle stuff. So when you click end turn, your creatures attack this, the enemies, and then the enemies attack you. I think this was the first thing that I added. So this took maybe, I don't know, a few days, a couple days. And then of course I had to implement the trigger functions, like the gems here. And this took a lot longer, I guess a week or so. And then you can, once you have the system in place, you can build on it. Quake 3 is your favorite Quake. Quake 3 is a really good Quake, yeah. You have a really nice hover and menu effect, thank you. But I've been working on this game for 2.5 years, and I feel like the basic system was in place after maybe half a year. So now the question is, what did I do the remaining 2 years? Well, mostly just content and polishing. I will show you, even though a lot of people here have already seen it. I will show you what it looked like in the beginning. Oh no, it needs to download. Wait. So this is what it looked like in the beginning. This was in June 2023. This was still the old map system. And yeah, you can see that I had the lanes already and I had the battle system. And it was still based on the old game and stuff. Like a lot of the code from this time is still in the game, which is, I think, really cool. Is this your full-time job? Currently, I'm freelancing software development on Monday and Tuesday, and the rest of the time I work on this game, yeah. Insane progress, yeah. It is one of the reasons why I keep old videos and old screenshots around, is to motivate myself. I'm like, oh, I've already come so far. I can keep going. Okay. I have a bit of a question. I started with a bit of confidence on an idea to work on 2-3 years on it. Do you have a good feeling that your game will be commercially successful? That is a good question. The way I did it was, first of all, before making this game, I had 3 ideas, and my wife sat down with me and we made a decision matrix of all of the games that I wanted to make, and this game, you know, came out on top. So I decided, okay, I will make this card game. At this point, I did not know anything if it will be successful, but I made a prototype, basically the version that you saw, and I gave this prototype to my wife to play, and she played it for a long time, like 4 hours at first or whatever. And this was, to me, it was a bit of a sign that this could probably work, because my wife is very honest, and she usually does not play my games for that long, to be honest. Like, she's not really a big fan of Halfquake. You know, Cat and Betty was fine. She does not like tournaments. I mean, fair enough. But this was... And of course, then I did some research. I was like, okay, roguelike deck builders. I did a lot of research, actually. I made a list of all the features that a roguelike deck builder has to have. I looked at Steam reviews for other... Not a fan of Halfquake Heresy. I made a list of what people usually say in Steam reviews about roguelike deck builders. I made a dopamine checklist of what my game should have to, you know, tick all of the dopamine boxes. Then I looked into why games are fun. I actually read a lot of books. I read, for example, Addicted by Design. I read a lot of books by other developers. For example, by Iwata. Iwata Asks. That was a good one. I read the book about Prince of Persia. I read a lot of books about game design and stuff, so this also helped me. And I just... Up, Down, Up is the one I got recommended. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before, but yeah. But the question is, how can you make sure that it is commercial success, and you can never be really sure. It is... The only thing that you can do is to let other people playtest your prototype as early as possible. And if they... It is really hard, because when you give it to your friends, they're like, yeah, it's fine. So you have to find a way to maybe put it on itch or something like that. To really put it in front of strangers all the time. Like, this is what I did. I had a version up very soon, and I don't even know when the first version released. View all posts. So I started uploading my game to itch in December 2023. So the video that you saw was from June 2023. So after 6 months, I already posted it on itch, and I let people play it. And that is already when I got my first feedback. And if you get feedback, like you get questions and you get long entries about your game, then I feel like that's a good indicator. But it is still not, yeah, it is still really, really hard to say. If you want to be sure that you can work on a project for 2 or 3 years, then it needs to be a project that is very close to your heart. Like, I'm doing this game because I really like Magic, I really like deck builders like Slay the Spire, Wild Frost or whatever. I really like Final Fantasy VII, the material system. So all of this is very, like, is giving me energy. When you work on a game, it needs to give you energy and not drain you. If working on the game drains you, then you're probably making the game for the wrong reasons. But yeah. How have you approached marketing? I have approached it from the point of view that your product is 80% of marketing. That is why I think roguelike deck builders is still a really good niche. Because time and time again in Steam reviews I see that people say I play all of the deck builders. So that was my my backup basically. I wanted to make sure that I'm making the best roguelike deck builder that I personally have the power to make. And that involves a lot of work, that involves a lot of research. And that was basically my approach to marketing. I wanted it to be like a really, really good roguelike deck builder. And then, of course, I'm streaming 3 times a week. This has helped a lot because every time I stream, I can make clips for YouTube Shorts, for Instagram Reels, and also TikTok. But the conversion rate is usually a disaster, so I probably would not advise doing this, but I feel like it helped me personally because one of the videos went viral because it talked about AI generated images and stuff. I feel like that helped a lot, but you cannot count on your post going viral. That is not something that you can plan to do. So yeah, at the end of the day, your game has to be able to speak for itself. It's really hard. Maybe a commercial flop in the first years, but then it will probably pick up some steam. Steam. Yeah, it's really hard to say. You cannot make a game for money. That should not be your goal. Your goal should be to make a quality product. I know it sounds very cold-hearted, but you should focus on making a very high quality game that if you give it to somebody, they can play it and they will enjoy it. That is all that you can do, because that is within your control, and everything else is out of your control. You just have to, keep talking about it, keep sharing it everywhere where you can, and make sure that the game is really, really good. Preserve and you will succeed. Persevere, yeah. Yeah, the question is this your first game, Sons? I think you have to love it to a large extent, yeah. If you don't like making games, then this is going to be really, really tough. Like, I would not be able to go through this. Like today, when I started streaming, I was like, I'm not very motivated today, but I will try. But it's, if this is something that I would absolutely hate doing, then there's just no way. You will burn out so fast. It is your first game, which is why new questions. I will give you an answer that you do not want to hear. Maybe as your first game you should start doing something else. Like just make something really, really small, because an RPG with deck building or with cards, it is very systems based, and I feel like you can try doing a smaller game where you can already build an experience that goes towards an RPG with cards, but you will already have experience finishing a small project. Because finishing a project is really, really important. Like, the skill of finishing is really important. And once you have a small game finished and on itch or whatever, then for the next project you can already have a better estimate of how much you can accomplish and how long it's going to take for certain features and stuff. So I really, really suggest that you make something smaller before that and release it. it would teach you so much. I would not invest 2 or 3 years into my first project. That is, I mean, you can try. I will not stop you, but I feel like you should make something small first. Maybe something that you can finish in 1 month. That would be ideal, I think. Like I personally also started very, very small. I started making Half-Life maps. And then I made sure that I released these maps and let my friends play them. And then slowly I made bigger maps, and then I made single player modifications, like actually bigger projects. But the first single player mod was also not that big. It was just, I think it took me 9 months. And the second one took me a year, and the third one took me a lot longer for reasons. Have you made decent money for games? I know you said not to make it for money. Yeah, I have not made decent money for my games yet. I will show you. I have no secrets. So this is after $2,500. This is after 2 commercially available projects. I made Catty and Betty, which is a co-op game, and Tournament, which is a remaster of a Flash game of mine. To be honest, the remaster is just something I did because I was curious if it can be done. Both games were not made with like commercial intent in mind. So basically I wanted to make my first commercial project and see what happens. And so this is what happened. The card game is a bit more targeted about commercial intent or whatever, but it's still not the main goal. It's like, as I said earlier, you can plan for it, you can make sure it hits the correct target audience. But you can never plan for success. It's real tough. So my freelance gig is still paying my bills. But if you feel like you need to make games, then you need to keep exploring that path, is what I feel like. Because if you have this inner voice that keeps you up at night, and you're feeling out of place in your job, and you're like, oh, this is not meant for me, I'm meant for other things, then you should keep exploring and start making small projects. I seem like you're getting better with each game. Probably. I hope so. And this is also the reason why you should make smaller projects, because this project, Faith in Despair, is based on Tournament, which was based on Cat and Betty. So all of the problems that are solved in the first one have already been solved in the second one, and all of the problems are solved in the second one, in addition to the first one, are solved in this game. So you save a lot of time if you just build on top of your existing games. And that is why it's so important to make smaller projects and release them and learn from them. You definitely have a nagging feeling of wanting to make games, yeah. I know what it feels like. When I still had a full-time job of 40 hours, and I only made games in the evening. Like, I made sure that I worked on my game for 1 hour every day at least. It was so tough, and yeah, that was a tough time. I definitely burnt out during that time. But then I slowly started to reduce the hours of my main job. I reduced it to 30 hours and then 20 hours and so on and so forth. And then I was like, okay, this is actually what I'm maybe supposed to do. I don't know. But if you have a voice in your head, then maybe you should follow it. That is what I feel like. Main job is okay, but not interesting. I dream of games. Yeah. I would also suggest to get in touch with your local game dev community. This is also something that really helped me. There is like here in Vienna, we have a monthly game dev meetup, and I try to go as often as possible and just be a part of the community, because you will find people that are further ahead of you, and they will be able to provide you with a lot of really cool tips and just general feedback and stuff. So if you have the opportunity to find a local community of game devs, just seek them out and yeah, just get in touch with them and make friends. Do not network. Do not try to be all businessman like. Actually try to make friends. That is what you should do. I still see people that walk around at these events and they're like, oh yeah, I wanna do this and this and this and this. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Plain. Cardstock button canvas. Okay, I feel like if we click on a plane, we can close it. Let's see. But yeah, if you dream of making games, just make a deal with yourself to at least work 1 hour a day. Or at least 10 minutes a day. You need to build up some kind of consistency. Because if you have a full-time job, you don't have a lot of time. But if you build something for 10 minutes a day or 60 minutes a day, at the end of the week you will have something that, or at the end of a month you will have something to show. The compounding effect is real. Lane. So this should already help with quick equip. Pick set Lacamo. Close menu. Can you just call close menu? I think I can. Yeah. Also, thanks for the follow. I don't know why I didn't see it. Okay, continue. We should be able to close it if we click here. Awesome. Very cool. That's probably all that we need to do. But we also need to support this case. Okay. Yeah, thanks for asking. I always like to provide advice. And if you ever make something, be sure to hit me up and send it to me so I can give you feedback. I really like playing games from other people. So we can do this or this, and if it is active, then we close the menu. That should already help. In case of a button. Oh no. What? So now it closes even though it is not active yet. Time since active. I'm gonna say public bool just opened. And then I'm gonna say if time minus time since active is smaller than 0.5, then we just return true, otherwise return false. And not just opened, then we close it. Okay, this should help. This was one of the largest pain points at the event, I think. Because people clicked on a slot and then they were like, I want to click here now. So this is fixed now, I think. I can click here, but I can also just click here. It requires a double click. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. But usually, so if I wanna click here, then it's 2 clicks. I think that's fine. Don't want to distract you from development, but will you show the new track later? I can, can show you. Do you mean show you in the door? Or show you inside of just Winamp? Oh, okay. Yeah, it will play now. Okay, yeah. This is, I think this is much better now, because you can, if I have this over here, then you're like, oh, wait, why doesn't it work? And then you can just try again. Yeah. This will have to do. Okay. This is fixed. Click on intern. Yeah, let's take a look. So if I'm in a combat, and I press end turn, and I press A, then it should not be end turn again. So I think what I need to do is, if I'm pressing on mouse, disable end turn, or make it not active. What is that? What? Okay. We're going to have ads. Just in time. And that's the new song. 4 minutes and 28 seconds. Super fast delivery time. Inspiration hit me, and the song came out in like 3 or 4 hours. That was really cool. That's really nice. It was supposed to happen. I'm gonna say menu, active button, reset active button. Is that it? I will release the soundtrack alongside the game, yes. I will release it as a DLC on Steam on launch day, and a little bit later on Spotify and such. Because I will not be able to finish it entirely for Spotify. You know, because I have to actually wrap everything up and stuff. I could probably do it, but it's not worth it. I wanna have the DLC. Actually, that reminds me. We need to do that on stream. We're going to do that. Right after the ad break. We're going to do it. Because we need to send it for approval. Going to make a new... Going to make a new app. Okay, be right back. And then we're going to make a new soundtrack app. DLC. All right. We're going to add a new DLC for the soundtrack because it is the release is in 26 days. So we're gonna have to send it to Steam, send it to Valve. Wait, do I need to wait. Do I need to pay another fee for a soundtrack? No. No. We're not gonna do that. I think I can just add a soundtrack DLC somewhere. Associated packages, DLCs. Okay. Add a soundtrack. There it is. Add soundtrack. Create a new soundtrack. Yay. Cool, there it is. It probably needs, oh my god. This is the checklist that you have to go through now. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do that after the stream, but it's important to have the DLC now. It's so annoying that I'm still not 100%. What did I do? What was Hotline Miami's soundtrack? They put an uncompressed plug soundtrack files into gameplays. Sure, yeah. That's one thing that you can do, yeah. 400 megabytes, and the second one was 2.4 gigabytes. Yay. Yeah, I know the files are really compressed. But it's so funny to me because you cannot really hear it. Oh, it's really loud. So yeah, the compression is at 25. I cannot hear the difference. So the compression is very, very nice. Let's see if that works. I'm pressing enter and the button's deactivated, which means I should be able to press enter and nothing happens. Yes. Awesome. The problem with that is that on Steam Deck, this is a huge problem because you can press enter on the touch screen, but then the button stays active, and when you then click A or whatever, then you accidentally press enter again. So this is really important that this is reset. Okay, fixed. We fixed it. Reset. Oh yeah, we need to fix the dragging of the fractal slot. Let's do that. But yeah, so far, I think we are going to have I don't even know what that is. Chapter 1, Chapter 2. This is just a test. So these are 13 elements, but I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 songs at the moment. Okay, 10 songs, that's not bad. There's going to be one more for chapter 3. Then we're at 11. I want to get it to 12. So we will see. We will see. But 11 is alright as well. Oh yeah, the 12th one could probably be the song while talking to death. That's true. Okay, we need a fractured slot. Please. Let's go to the test save state. And deck shuffled. Shuffle deck. Warcry? No. Shuffle deck. Poison. We're gonna see fracture. 99. Oh my god, it's... Oh. It's fractured. Save. Load. Format. Ally cards. Is cracked is true. And I want to add a materia. Inflict poison. Awesome. Let's finish the fight. And then go to inventory and we will see the problem. The problem is that you can still drag a lacrima. And weird stuff happens when you do that. Very strange stuff is happening when you do that. So what we're going to do is we will completely disable this. Make sure this is not happening. Can't be changed. There is already something happening here. Remove lacrima. Pick slot. Pick slot is free. Where is this? Where does the dragon start? I think it's in card slot actually. Card slot. Drag? No. Moving card slot. Dragging? Okay. Update. Reset after dragging is being dragged. Start movement. I don't even want to allow this to happen though. So where? Ah, right here. Is dragon true? Perfect. If parent slot do I have card game manager somewhere? No. Where is this used? Enable is true. So every slot has a moving card slot, I guess. Alright, then we will just say get card game manager. Of parent slot. Inventory. Oh my god. Is it not public? It is not public. It is now. It is now. Inventory is like locked. Oh no. Parent. Is this also not public? This is also not public. Well, I think it's public now. Return. Everything is public now. Disable quick equip for oh yeah, we definitely need to do that. But now, hello Nick. You just missed Lys. Lys was just here earlier. You missed him. I can no longer drag it. That's very good. Can I drag this? Yes, I can. I can no longer drag this. Very nice. Very nice. What a shame, indeed. Quick equip. Wow. If slot. No. Lockman locked. Slot. Oh my god. Slot attach material. Then we need to return. Cool. if the lacma is locked or if the slot is cracked, then we are going to yeah, that's a problem. What do we return? Return false? Return true? Return false. I guess. If slot is not null and I'm gonna do it this way. Do I have a function for this? No. No, I do not. Let's make one. All right. This should be it. Let's test it out. Yes. Can't be changed. Oh, woe is me. Let's see if we can find an altar of tears. There it is. Because if I click here, yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, it works. All right. Okay, since we're already here, we can try to remove the slot sprite. I feel like we're making progress. So this is really weird. I got this feedback. Spam clicking the fractured slot, which for some reason sent the screenshot, but maybe it was not related. Spam clicking the fractured slot makes both the latest and next latest message pulse. Cornet, are you there? What did you mean by that? What does it mean? Because I have a... Let's check it out. Yeah, I have a test case here. So I mean, if that is what you mean, that's because you're clicking too fast. Like every time you click here, a new message is added, right? But if you click very fast, then the message that is just added is still being processed. It's still being, it doesn't affect the, you know what is happening? The animation is still being played, it's just the next one. You clicking doesn't affect this. This is not a bug. That's not a bug. No, it's just the animation is still being played while you add another message that is also just being animated. So spamming the button results in spamming. Exactly. It's like what did you expect? Spamming the button makes the message appear more often. Sure. That's what is happening. Oh, okay. Message window, okay. Yeah, that's what happens when you spam something. Okay. I wanted to fix the Altar of Tears preview. Yeah, this one. I guess it's not a bug, but we will fix it anyway. So what I want to do is oh yeah, what did I got another feedback. What was it? That was actually interesting. And we can talk about it. So I got this feedback. Lock in gems. I really like the gems and the way they are used on cards. Having them interchangeable is great in the demo to learn the ropes. That said, I believe locking them in would be better in the full release. Likely have a way to unlock them later which destroys the gems, something like that. But having the player micromanage these gems between fights might cause analysis paralysis, which slows down the game substantially as they gain more and more of these gems. And he says, for the demo it fits so I could learn what they did, but after playing around with them I spent more time in the menus than in the battles. It could be interchangeable until you lock it in and leave the menu, that way it is the best of both worlds. And I have heard this before, somebody else told me about this, where they said, what if you lock in the Lacrima after at a specific point? But it's really hard to say because this will have like if I do this, for example, I'm giving you an example. Continue. I'm going into my inventory. So I'm making the changes here. For example, I put shield here, I put heal here, whatever. Maybe I put it here. And now, when I leave the inventory and go to the next event, then everything is locked. You cannot change it anymore. And I feel like this will stress me out. I feel like this will stress me out even more. And what will also happen is that when I have a trigger, like for example healed, and I know that this is not the best trigger, then I will not place it in my creatures. I will wait for a better trigger. And I feel like I feel like this is not what I want. I want the player to freely experiment. And if they want to change something, they can change it. I feel like locking in lacrimas is against the nature of this game. I'm not really sure. I get where they are coming from, but this is like this is one of the things that somebody else also talked to me about. Like what happens if you lock the triggers and you cannot change them? It would make the game better. Maybe it would. I don't know, but I feel like it would stress me out. Isn't there only a mechanic? There is, you can find an angel in a shop. Of course not right now. But the angels in the shop, they have a locked lacrima that you cannot change. Yeah. So there is already a little bit of that in the game. But I feel like when I completely lock lacrima, I'm not sure. The other thing was that maybe I will lock all lacrima from shop cards. That could be something that could be interesting, because then you buy a new card and then you have to work your way around it. That is actually something that I could see working. So if you're in the shop here, and then it's like, okay, creature played, yeah, I will get this card, but this trigger is always locked and you cannot change it. I think this is actually something that could work. And if this creature spawns with fracture, like in the shop, then I would move it to the side, so you have the left one for the trigger, but then also fracture is locked. Or for example, the spell here, this would be locked, this would be locked, this would be locked. So you're kind of forced to use the lacrima in the cards. That could be actually interesting. I think there should be plenty enough. I'm definitely not swapping lacrima in my cards before every battle. Yeah, I actually will be changing things around once I get the feel that things aren't quite working out or not, and then I just die because I'm dumb. Yeah, the way I see it, I don't know, it's really hard to say. But I feel like this could actually work, like locking all lacrima from shop cards. This could actually work. Because then you're forced to take this card and then work around it. That could actually work. But then the question is, will you ever buy any cards? Maybe, maybe not. But that could be interesting. Like for example here, I would probably buy this spell, but not with weak, if I want to upgrade this. So yeah, that could actually work. But locking all of the cards, locking all of the lacrima that I placed, I feel like that would stress me out, because then I would be like, wait a minute, if I click here, all the lacrima are fixed. So I go back to the inventory and make sure that everything is perfect. I feel like this is the exact opposite of what this person wants to happen. Because then you're even more analyzing your inventory and make sure that everything is perfectly planned, because you know that everything is going to be locked down. I just feel like that is not what the person wants to have. But it is definitely an interesting topic. And maybe as an atonement, if you have an atonement here that says, once you go to the next event, all your lacrima are locked, that is actually a challenge. It sounds like a challenge. That could actually work. But then you still have to... Yeah, and then you have to kind of upgrade by buying new cards or whatever. But making it so that they are locked when you go out of... It's just... I feel that is very stressful. And it sounds kind of backwards, but I don't want this game to be very stressful. I want to be... It can be very stressful already, but... Alright. Let's go back to here. I feel like it kind of kills the purpose of the game. Exactly. If you get temporary lock on a card, then you just get the same old deck builder with cards that are kind of pre-built and you don't really have much control over what you have. Yes, I completely agree. If you cannot just easily change anything, then it goes against the nature of the game. Yeah. And if you are if you're stun locked and analyzing your cards too much, I feel like that is that is why the game exists, because you can tinker around endlessly in your inventory. I feel like that's good. I want to have people who have that experience. If they can set up the perfect combo, hey, that's really cool. Only reason where you can see lock Lacrima makes sense is when you get Angel Demon kinds of cards in your hand with predetermined everything. Yes, that is exactly what happens with the Angel. There is a locked modifier at the moment that you can kind of build around, and all of the other stats are also increased, and you will have a special artwork. For example, this. Oh my god, I cannot wait to add these to the game. It's gonna be hilarious. People are like, that's not an angel. I'm like, it is now. It has a very specific purpose and the rest of your cards are strong due to how you can turn them to be flexible. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think this is like, what is the reason why this person says this? I feel like this person... I think Faith in Despair is not for everybody who likes roguelike deck builders. You have to be a person who likes to make your own cards. If you just want to play cards, pre-existing cards, then I feel like this game is not for you. That is what I learned. Because not everybody wants to make their own cards, and that is perfectly fine. So maybe this person just wanted to not do it. I don't know. Did not enjoy it, because other people say they enjoy it. And that is always when you get feedback like this, you have to be really sure from what angle they approach this. Alright, Altar of Tears. Clear preview. The Altar of Tears sounds bad. What? You used it as a looking? That's really cool. That is really cool. Can I just disable the button? Maybe I can. No, I don't want to disable the button. Wait. I just want to disable the sprite. We are making progress. Did we get any new feedback? Any new forum entries? Probably not. No, that's fine. Okay. That did not do anything. Altar UI button is R. Okay, how is this built? Prefabs, card slot. Material slot. Slot sprite, there it is. Slot sprite, oh. Set active, false. Is this happening somewhere in the code already? Yes. Set slot inactive. Cool. I like that when I have a function already. By the way, what new song? Is it already out or what? Oh my god, what? Okay. Clear altar preview. Still it works, okay. We need to put it here. That's the reason. Now it should work. Please work. No. Oh, okay. Now it works. Are we back? Back or not? Goddamn Comcast. I wish it was the Comcast. It's Magenta. Wow. It's not going so well. What is happening? Let's see if it will stabilize itself. Let's keep working. Yeah, no, it's my internet. It's actually wild how it dips and comes back. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, the fuck? It is not using the correct internet. Hang on. Reconnection successful. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'm actually oh, are we back? We are back. Almost. It is really choppy. Yeah, the problem is I'm using my mobile internet. And for some reason it switched to my other internet. Occasionally it makes the streams funny for some reason. I feel like we are back. It is green now. All right. This is really stupid. Okay, I will just carry on working. Yeah, I don't know. I'm using a 5G connection and in the middle of Vienna. Still not working all the time. It is what it is. Okay. Remove active lacrima, that's fine. And you're not even living in a small suburban city like I do? I have no idea, Nick. I have no idea. It is a travesty. It's just Vienna, you know. People in Vienna are like, oh, schauen wir mal. It's fine. It works most of the time. Who cares? It works most of the time. Nobody is at home anyway. It doesn't matter. But the fact that the mobile internet drops, I mean, in the middle of the city is just so weird. It is just so weird. Anyway, we have a game to make. Let's put this back here. But it's just not only on the first one. Okay, there are a few things that are really weird. When I open it, show for altar of tears. We're gonna say clear altar preview right out of the gate. That's what we're gonna do. Unless you tried the moment when you have to go to work. Is it because it's the first time you're there or just work in general? So when I clear this, I had an experience of working at a cash register a very long time ago. It left me very stressed back then. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not a... It is a very social job. It's mostly that I'm stressed about the kind of work I'm doing and also that it be 12-hour shifts. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Yeah, if this game makes me a millionaire, then I will hire you. What does 2 out of 2 mean? Oh, from 2 to 2 or what? I see. Is it from 2 AM to 2 PM? That is crazy. Ah, 2 work days, 2 rest days. I see. That's crazy. What do you call this schedule in Austria? I have no idea. I think it's just called shift work or whatever. I had a similar experience when doing my civilian service, whatever, for the military. Not really for the military, but the thing that you have to do in Austria. And was it 12? Like, I'm not done yet. I'm not done streaming yet. Internet, please, just keep it together for another hour. I will starting before 10 AM to open the store and count the cash. Attending a store, ensuring that everything is looking in order. Accepting stuff being delivered, etc., which will be until 7 p.m. I think. Wow. And then I'll be back on the register until 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. I close the store. Count cash, prepare the register for next day and close the store. That's crazy. I have another friend in Russia who is doing similar work actually. But yeah. That is crazy. I'd rather prefer just working 8 hours Monday to Friday, yeah. I can see that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, internet fucking sucks today. And I think we're done for today, unfortunately. It was a good run. I will be back on Monday. Probably with another round of internet problems. We'll see. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. It was fun while it lasted.